Right guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be having a deep dive into a video that's been gaining some traction in the past few days. Now this is not primarily a paranormal channel. The channel was called Chateau de Mont Magna, and it's basically a couple that have brought this old chateau in France. Really old chateau. I think it's built in the 1300s. And over the past 5 years, they've been taking you on a journey of them restoring the place back to use. But strangely, over the past month or so, they have been bringing out videos saying that they have been capturing some paranormal activity on camera. So if we just bring up their page here, and we'll read the description. Brave or stupid, with no budget and no experience, we decided to take a leap of faith and buy an abandoned historical monument in France. Doing all of the work ourselves, we had a 10-year plan to bring this beautiful piece of architecture back to life. Follow us on our journey from day one to be a part of the adventure with us. If you'd like to help us save this historical monument, become one of our Patreons and receive lots of exclusive benefits and content. So like I said, this is not primarily a paranormal channel, but we're going to have a deep dive into the video that they've just released a few days ago. It's already got 36,000 views, so it has gained some interest. So let's have a look and see what they are supposed to have captured.
So a few weeks ago, we came across some quite strange footage that happened here in the chateau in the middle of the night. At the time, I was trying to capture a mouse on camera. We left the camera running overnight and something very strange happened. In the middle of the night, the door opened, apparently on its own. That activated the motion censored lights that are in the boot room. Then you see a shadow that goes across the camera, across the room, and the camera tilts as if somebody's moved it. Now, we've tried to think about give an explanation to this footage, but we can't.
So if we go back here, this is not the main footage of the video, but this is one that they'd caught a couple of weeks prior. So let's have another look at that again.
Then you see a shadow that goes across the camera, across the room, and the camera tilts as if somebody's moved it. Now, we've tried to think about
Now, the shadow, it could be somebody behind the camera causing that shadow, or it could be simply overlaid. But if we go back a little bit before the camera moves by itself, there's a weird little cut there.
Now, we've tried to think about give an explanation to...
Yeah, so it's very strange to me. It's almost like the door opens and then it cuts to a still image, and then when the camera moves, it's back to a video image again. That's why there's a cut there. So it's definitely been manipulated. There, that's where it cuts. So at the moment here, that is a still image. And if I go for, there you go, see where it jolts? And even over here, there's a change in light as well. A sudden change in light. So it goes from a still image to a moving image. So that has been doctored, but let's carry on. This is not the main capture.
Give an explanation to this footage, but we can't. But anyway, quite a few paranormal channels picked this footage up and have got in contact with us and asked us to do some more filming and see if we can capture anything else. We did do a vlog the week after that, which was a Halloween special, and kind of telling you all the different activity that we have actually had here over the years, most of it witnessed by our guests. And most of that paranormal activity, or unexplained activity I like to call it, happens in this room. So this is where I'm going to set the cameras up today. So this is the Chambre d'Armes. It's called that because it used to be the weapons room. That's what it used to be used for many years ago. Now this property is
700 years old. I mean, look at that place. It does look like an amazing location to go and do a paranormal investigation. But it just seems to me it seems weird to me how they are getting close to finishing and opening it up for the public, and all of a sudden they've got some paranormal activity going on. But yeah, amazing location. But let's carry on and see what she says.
100 years old. It was built in 1360. So it has a lot of age to it, a lot of history to it, and a lot of stories. Now, I've been given some advice by people on what to do with this filming. And what we're going to do is set up cameras in each corner of the room. What I've also done is covered the table with flour. Seems very strange, but I've covered the table with flowers. Now, apparently, if there is any energy here, they might write in it. Now, I'd just like to make you aware. A lot of people commented on the vlog saying, why is Lisa so happy about this activity when we was watching back the footage? And I think you have to know me. 99% of the time, I'm laughing and happy. So it is just the character I am. But I don't think I actually believe in ghosts.
So this, when I watched this the first time, I actually watched it on my phone. I wasn't in the studio watching it on the big screen. So I didn't notice the little cut in the video, the doctoring of the video in the first clip that they showed. So I was watching this lady and I thought, yeah, she seems very genuine. She seems nice and bubbly. And then when she said this, I don't actually believe in the paranormal. I actually thought, maybe what they have caught is genuine. So she fooled me to this point. But let's carry on.
I don't think Ted does either. We kind of have this agreement that it's energy. I believe that houses like this of such an age, and any house holds energy. It's got stories to tell, and I think every now and again we get a glimpse into the past. Perhaps it's at a time when our minds are more open to it, or when we're least expecting it, like when trying to catch a mouse. So yeah, I think I kind of don't believe in ghosts. I just think it's a kind of energy that's here in the house. So I guess that's why it doesn't scare me. So we're going to set the room up. We're going to leave it for about a week. Now, I can only do it at night because during the day we need our cameras for air vlogging for the renovation of the chateau. So yeah, I can only do it at night. We do have one day where we're going out for the day, and I don't need the camera, so I might be able to do one day during the day. But I'm just going to leave them. I'm sending them over to my friend Susie. Thank you so much, Susie, for agreeing to do this. I wasn't going to do this because we just don't have the time to go through all of this footage looking for the, smallest detail. I just don't have the time, and I don't have the patience. I'm a typical Gemini. So Susie said to me, please do it, Lisa, and I will go through all the footage because she loves all the paranormal stuff. So I've said to her, I only want to know if it's something, nothing like an orb, because I believe orbs are just bits of dust that are caught in the light.
Correct.
Sorry, I just do. I don't believe they're anything other than that.
So she comes across very genuine and very logical. But let's carry on watching.
So I don't want anything like that, orbs or just bits of dust. It's got to be something significant. Otherwise, I won't bother showing it. So we'll see. We'll give it a go. I don't think we'll capture anything because it's not like the activity we've had here over the last 5 years it's not every day, it's not every week. It's now and again we get this activity. So I have a feeling we won't capture anything. But anyway, fingers crossed, let's give it a go. I'll set the cameras up and then we'll just see what happens. And come back to you at the end of it. So I'm going to set the cameras up and then we'll get on with the show. Okay, day one's about to begin. I'm leaving the lights on because we don't have motion censored lights in here. And obviously we want to be able to see. And we only have one night vision camera. The rest aren't night vision cameras. So we use what we've got. Anyway, see you tomorrow.
So what she's done is she's set up four cameras in the same room, basically in every corner of the room. But seems genuine, right? She seems, quite humble, very genuine, very down to earth. Doesn't seem like she wants to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. But yeah, let's carry on watching.
Okay, we left the cameras overnight, so I'm going to go and take the footage, send it over to Susie, set the cameras up again tonight. We'll go on from there, and then we'll come back to you if anything happens. If nothing happens, you probably never get to see this vlog. Anyway, let's get the cameras set up again. See you in a mo.
Another thing that I found weird is she said we will be leaving the cameras overnight. Now, those camera batteries in those cameras will only last 2-3 hours maximum before the batteries need to be changed. So they're not filming the whole way through the night. So that was one thing that stood out as a bit weird to me.
Okay, day 3 now. Susie has already gone through the footage of day 1. Nothing there. So we'll keep going. Day 4, have to say, getting a little bit bored now. Okay, day 5, here we go again. Okay, so by day 10, I was beginning to get a little bit bored until I received a phone call from Susie. She'd actually found something, and this is the clip she sent us. Now, sadly, we don't have timestamps on our cameras, but going by Susie's estimation of the length of the videos, and obviously she's condensed these so you don't see all of the stuff where nothing happens, but the lights went out, came back on, and went out and came back on again around 4:20. About 5 minutes later, this happened. Now you see in all 4 cameras the chair moves, but then something else happens. See if you can catch it, because I didn't at first. Okay, so let's look at every individual angle.
Okay, so those of you with an eagle eye, I watched this first on my phone, and I was able to tell there was some jiggery pokery going on here. Let's go back and watch this and see if you can see what I see. Again.
Look at every individual angle.
Again. So I want you to concentrate on the carpet here. Let's go forward frame by frame. So I'm going back and forward frame by frame here. Can you see the carpet? It's bulging. So there is a mask there, and you can even see here next to the radiator that there's a change in light. And it coincides with when the carpet bulges. So there is a mask there. So something is being masked out that moves this table. Let's look at another camera shot. And there's always a weird cut just before it happens as well. It's like it goes from a still image to a moving image. It's very strange. Now here is even more blatant, because you can see, if you look carefully, there's a weird kind of square cut out here. If you look at the brickwork, and there's a straight line that goes up all the way up through the cabinet. You can even see where the cabinet's not joined properly because they've not glued the image together properly. And it looks like it's gone all the way up through there, all the way up through here, up to there. So we're looking at two separate images here. So we've got a separate image here and a separate image here, and it's cut right down this line here, which you can see. So if we play it, and we'll go back frame by frame, and you can see there's like some weird masking artifacts around the chair as it moves. You can see where it goes all blurry. And even there you can see when the chair's fully extended out, you can see the cut in the picture there. That is the mask. So something is being masked out here, which is pulling this chair in this direction. And you can also see as well the carpet. They haven't masked the carpet properly because that acts very strangely as well as the chair comes out. So 100% masking. Let's have another look from another angle. So if we go back to that. So obviously where they've masked out in the other shot is behind the chair here. So I'm guessing there's something set up behind this chair to move this chair backwards. But obviously that's being hidden by the back of the chair and the table here. So I can't see any masking going on over here. No, because the camera moves. I can't see any mask slipping over on the carpet there on the left. So everything is happening behind the chair in this area. And I mean, you can even see there. So we've got the floor here. It's totally still. And look at all the floor and the wall. All of this bottom half is moving, but everything else is still. Even the bin is moving. Look at that. the bottom of the bin. So that's where they've got the cut. It goes all the way here, down here, up here, past this bin. And that's why you can see it wobbling. I mean, quickly at a glance, it looks pretty compelling. But when you dive into it and go frame by frame, it becomes very, very clear that this has been doctored and this effect has been created in an editing suite. So there's the pillow moving on the bed. Now if we go back, look, if you look here, you can see that there is something attached to the bottom of this pillow and it is moving. Probably some kind of cable or something. You see the cable moving as well as the pillow. There you go, you can see it moving there. So what they've done is they've masked out probably around here somewhere, and they've got somebody over here just pulling it with some string. Let's see if I can find out where they've masked it. Yeah, so you can see, if you look over on the wall here, you can see it's all moving and pulsing with the light. But you see, if you look at it, everywhere else in the room, it's all completely still. So all of this here is a still image, and they basically cut a section out here, which is the moving image, the camera, the video camera image. If that makes sense, I hope it does.
Now you see the cushion moving. It was only captured in 2 of the camera angles, and this is the second one, and you can only just about see it if you zoom in. So I've just shown Ted the footage that Susie sent us over. What do you think?
Well, I don't know what to think. It's like the last time. You know, it's crazy that we've had all this stuff and you've seen the footage of what happened before, and we've told you the things that have happened. So in some ways it kind of stands to reason that we'd have we'd have stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
You know, the lights on and off could be explained by the odd power cut we get.
Yeah, I thought that.
But the chair moving.
Yeah, and the fact that you see it in every angle just move.
Yeah.
And the way it just like it kind of comes out gently at first, and then like as if somebody hasn't been able to get it out, so they like bash
yank it, and then
that kind of.
So we'll leave that there, but my guess is, I mean, they're obviously doing up this whole place. They're getting thin on money, and either they've had the idea or somebody that's into the paranormal have had the idea of, well, you know, if you need more donations and you need more views, you need more eyes on your project, then, you know, let's try and get people interested. And, you know, what better to get people interested than some, you know, potential poltergeist activity in an old chateau. Now, they did say next year they will be opening this up to the public. So my guess is they're going to be trying to get as many people booking this place as possible. You know, paying guests that just want to stay there. And obviously, looks like they're trying to branch out to get paranormal investigators to go there as well. It's a shame because they seem like a lovely couple. Have they been persuaded by somebody else to make this video? Possibly. But yeah, I did want to like these guys because they do seem, you know, pretty down to earth and pretty genuine. But yeah, it did leave a bit of a a bitter taste in my mouth when I, opened up the footage in the studio, slowed it all down, and just realised it was all fake. So yeah, guys, please get in touch down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. I mean, they should have just stuck to the videos of them going through all the restoration process. They've gained a decent following, but has money turned their heads into the dark side, just like it has so many other fake paranormal channels. But yeah, that's my debunk on the Chateau de Mont Magna. So take care, guys, and I'll see you again on the next one.